Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Hope you're all having a great week. I wanted to give a recording for this week with some updates and to touch base about the assignment that you've completed so far. So I am quite impressed as I've read through some of the discussion forums, both with the processing that many of you have done about the assignment itself, your comfortability with what you shared and what you chose not to share, because there was no right answer. It was mostly about your looking at the types of questions that we may, in a social work setting, ask our clients and reflecting on your own lived experience and what you would be comfortable to share. Many of you talked about not being comfortable to share with your classmates, but maybe you would be comfortable to share with a doctor or a therapist. And that's all part of what someone coming to see us is doing, some of that same reflecting as they look at what are they going to be willing to tell us. And for those who, were able to share some personal lived experiences, thank you for doing that. And thank you for the reflections back with respect from your classmates for what you shared. I saw a lot of very positive interaction. So what I will be doing at this point, the way I deal with forums is I print them out and I write some notes on your, just reflection back to you. Then I will scan it and email it back to you. So it is going to take me several days this week to do that for the forum. There are 33 students in my two sections. So give me a couple days and you should get feedback from me related to that forum with a grade. Okay. Where we are this week is up to chats, looking at the intersection circles of sexuality. And we did the first one last night and had 5 participants, I believe, and think it went well. There's one scheduled for noon today, and then throughout the rest of the week, there are about 8 of you who have not yet scheduled a chat. So if you haven't yet scheduled, please do so. If you get to a situation where none of the chat times left work for you, please reach out to me by text and we'll see what I can do to accommodate you. The chat times for those who participated last night, you saw they're very informal. It's like having class conversation with a dialogue amongst several students. Next week, we will be moving into some just readings from the chapter 2 and chapter 3. What you do for that is I posted a couple questions. You'll just, in a Word document, put some thoughts down on paper to those questions back to me. That's like class conversation, class participation, and I will put some notes back to you, again, using a scanning and emailing it back to you. Then the week of February 19th, we're up to our current event paper. I would like to touch base with folks about what current event they're planning on doing. I want to make sure that people are understanding that you have to use a current event news media topic with something that you can read that's recent and then go get journal articles to supplement it. And in knowing what your topic is, I may be able to direct you not just to journal articles, but also to some national, international government websites that would have maybe reports that would be useful or other sources that you may find relevant to your topic. So that's part of my engagement with students through this process is if you shoot me a text with what your topic is, I can shoot you back a text or I can say, do you have a minute to talk? I like to be interactive in the online classes as much as possible. Some people think, online, I don't have to talk to the teacher at all. I'll just log on, do my work. And if that's the experience that you want to have, you're not going to necessarily lose points by not touching base with me. However, I just try and make this as useful and positive an experience for you. Okay? The other thing, I have to greatly apologize for Moodle. What I did this semester was I imported the human sexuality material from the summer, and I realized that some of it you could still see, it wasn't hidden, and the dates were wrong on one of the assignments. So part of why I do that and other faculty do that is so that we don't have to recreate the assignment in Moodle. We can just edit it and change the dates. However, Moodle is not as user-friendly as we would all like it to be. So I apologize if Moodle was confusing as I was building the course. The other thing is that this last time I taught this, I taught it in 6 weeks, and now we're in a 14-week schedule. So I'm building the course throughout, and that's one of the luxuries of an online course, is that you can supplement it to respond to some of the student interests. So I have been taking notes on what you put on your Getting to Know You survey, sharing that back out with you about the kinds of topics that you want to see covered in this course. And so we'll be adding some of that throughout. So I have the Moodle up there through the 19th. I'll be adding in the very near future, the end of February up through to spring break. Okay. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I like teaching this course very much and like the interaction that I can have to push you in your own comfort zone and challenge you with some maybe new ideas. For example, the readings this week coming up, the week of the 12th, on chapters 2 and 3, I ask you to go look at the journal Sexuality and Culture, which has a lot of international articles and international research, which might not be something you would pick up on a kind of your own regular search of materials, but possibly you'll find something, you know, that might be happening in an African country that gives you new insight, new perspective into a topic that you might work with in your home community, whether that's Allentown or Binghamton or Scranton or Wilkes-Barre, Stroudsburg, wherever home is for you. And so we need to recognize that we aren't the center of the universe here in the United States, and that our client issues are sometimes universal client issues that are happening all over the world. Okay, so that's my updates for today. Look forward to feedback from me in the next couple days on your response to the first forum on your sexuality questionnaire. And please be in touch on any questions. If you haven't yet set up the Hangouts, please shoot me a text. It takes about 3 minutes, but I need to talk to you to get it set up. I will be doing the rest of the invites for folks over the next couple days as the chats are happening. And I think that's where we are for now. I look forward to talking with all of you further in the next week or so. Thanks.